to my kitchen. Well, technically not my kitchen, it's my parents' kitchen because I still live with my parents. But I have been putting off making this video for the only fact that this kitchen is not my aesthetic at all. And I know that sounds so stupid, and it is stupid because you don't need to be aesthetic for people to watch you. And I'm kind of trying to prove that point. Anyways, today we are doing a what I eat in a day as someone who is gluten intolerant. I am not celiac, so I will not die if I have gluten, but I do feel sick if I eat gluten. And obviously no one wants to feel sick after they eat. I have been following a strict gluten-free diet for over a year now, maybe even 2 years. It might actually be over 2 years. Also, a lot of y'all have expressed in the comments that y'all are either gluten intolerant or celiac. So I was like, you know what? Let's have a little club meeting and do a little what I eat in a day, because I know that it can be really hard. And let me tell you, all of these meals are super simple. I do not cook. Let's just say that. I don't like cooking. We will be doing a tiny bit of cooking later, but I like my meals to be made very, very simple because I don't want them to take me longer than like 10-15 minutes to make. But let's start with a nice, yummy coffee before we do anything else, because I'm really craving the coffee this morning. Before we do that, actually, I do want to drink some water because you are supposed to drink water before you drink coffee. So BRB. Probably need more than that, but whatever. Saving room for the coffee. Okay, coffee time. I'm gonna teach y'all how I make my coffee, and this might make some people mad, but I don't care. Anyways, I take a glass cup. Nothing else is acceptable except a glass cup. And then I fill it with ice. And when I say fill it with ice, I mean a lot of ice. And then I like to take this brand of coffee. I don't even know how to say it. Stoke, cold brew coffee. Stoke. I don't even know. It's got this line above the O, and I don't really know what that means. Anyways, I take the green one. I tried the red one. Unless you like really sweet coffee, I do not recommend that one, but I do like the green one because it is not very sweet. But you just shake it up and then pour it in. I fill it a little bit over halfway, and then I use this coffee creamer. This is Coffee Mate, and it's the Italian sweet cream. Also, this is not certified gluten-free, but I read the ingredients and it's fine, so I use it. Again, I am not celiac, so I will not die. I will just feel sick if I have gluten, but I'm pretty sure this is certified gluten-free. I could be wrong. Also shake this and also give it a good pour. And then I take a glass straw and stir it up. Sometimes I'll put caramel in it, sometimes I don't. It really just depends on the day. Oh, but it's so freaking good. Okay, so for breakfast, we are gonna make avocado toast with fried egg on top. It's one of my favorite breakfasts. I cycle through a few different things. Like, I love a good yogurt bowl with fruit, peanut butter, honey, granola. That also sounds amazing. Or I'll do like a egg and sausage scramble and literally just eat it like that. I am so bad at putting meals together. Like, I'll put like the most random thing on a plate and call it a meal. Y'all might notice that today. But when making avocado toast, we need to figure out what bread we want to use. Sometimes I'll do a bagel, sometimes I'll do a sourdough, and sometimes I just use regular bread. But I have a few options today. I could either do the Char gluten-free sourdough bread, which I trust this brand so much. They make snacks that are gluten-free, all different kinds of breads, pizza crust, some candy options. I absolutely love this brand. Also, this is not a sponsored video at all. And this is what that piece of bread looks like. Kind of small, just a little piece of sourdough bread. Or if I want to do just like a regular piece of bread, I will use the Canyon Bakehouse gluten-free bread. This is my favorite bread, and it's honestly the closest thing that I have found to actual bread. This one is gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, soy-free, and 100% whole grain. So if that means anything to you, but this is what that looks like. This is the butt of the bread. We're literally like running out. These are my last 2 pieces. Gluten-free bread is just so much smaller than regular bread, and honestly, I don't even mind it, like, if I'm quite honest, because I am very much a snacker and not a meal person. So I don't eat a lot in one sitting. I eat a lot like sporadically. Anyways, besides the point. I think this is what I'm gonna go for today. But I just throw these in the toaster because I like my gluten-free bread to be crispy and crunchy. And then while the bread toast is when we mash up the avocado and cook the egg. So we're gonna turn the oven on just to let the pan heat up a little bit while we mash the avocado. Kind of a small one. This one feels fine. Little baby avocado. I think everyone cuts their avocados the same. I literally just like stick it in and slide it around like that to open it like this. Look how perfect this avocado is. Wow. And what I do is I just get a little bowl and I quite literally just squeeze the avocado in here. Like nothing fancy. I don't chop it up all cute and nice. I just squeeze it right in the bowl. And then I take a fork and I mash it on up. So by this point, the toast is done toasting. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one of the eggs on the pan to start cooking. Now with the avocado, we're gonna take our bread out of the toaster. We're gonna throw in some salt and pepper to our avocado, just because plain avocado is kind of boring to me. I like to have salt and pepper in it just to give it some extra taste. I just add like a pinch and then the smallest bit of salt. Next, I just stir up the avocado and then I put the avocado on my toast, just like any normal human being would do. And then once the egg is done, I just pop the egg right on top. We've got our avocado toast. The second one wanted to be scrambled. For some reason, it did not want to be a fried egg. I'm gonna rinse off some raspberries. Usually I would do like strawberries over literally any other fruit, but we don't have any. We have these crusty raspberries that need to be washed. I'm just gonna rinse off a few. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if these are even good. No raspberries today, no fruit today. We're just doing avocado toast. It's not aesthetic in any way, but you know, that's okay. It's gonna be delicious anyway. Okay, it's around lunchtime. It's literally 1:48, so we're like past lunchtime, but I've been eating lunch really late lately and I don't know why. I guess just like my breakfasts have been filling me up. This guy just parked next to me. Anyways, I usually will have a snack in between breakfast and lunch. So since I'm out of the house, I just brought this Made Good chocolate drizzled granola bar with me. I love these Made Good granola bars. They're honestly the best ones that you can get. A lot of the other ones have whey protein in them, which whey protein is sometimes gluten-free, but whey also hurts my stomach. So I try to stay away from that as well. And this does not have any peanuts, tree nuts, dairy, egg, wheat, and gluten, soy, sesame, or fish and shellfish. So this is like the perfect thing. I love it so much. And then obviously I just brought a water with me because I have to have a drink with me everywhere I go because I'm like, what if I'm dying of thirst and I need a drink? Anyways, I'm about to go into Barnes & Noble, but I'm gonna take a few bites of this and then go in. Okay, I'm back home and I'm starving. I'm so hungry. It's 3:10 now, so I've been gone quite a while. But recently, I've been loving making Firehouse Subs sandwiches at home because it's so much easier and cheaper, to be honest. And when I do go to Firehouse Subs, I get the Italian sub on gluten-free bread, obviously. And so I found a way to make it at home, and that's what we're gonna do today because it's so easy and so freaking delicious. So for my bread, I like to use this Char baguette. You can't really see the label because it's cut. Again, the Char brand is literally my favorite for any like gluten-free bread go-tos, besides obviously the one that I used this morning. But like baguettes, rolls, they also have ciabatta bread. It's literally my favorite. So we're gonna use that. And then we're also gonna use lettuce, tomato, pepperoni, salami, provolone cheese, honey ham, and Italian dressing. I know it seems like a lot, kind of is a lot, but it's so good. Literally, you just put the sandwich together. We're gonna do it together. And then I'm also gonna turn on the conventional oven, what's it called? Oh my God, what is it called? This thing, probably can't even see it, but it's gonna warm the sandwich. I don't know why I'm forgetting what it's called, but we just take our baguette. I'm gonna do about this much. Honestly, once you get everything on it, it's a lot. It is a lot of food. And then obviously I just cut it down the center so that way we can put our stuff onto it. And then I like to do the meats first. So I'm gonna go in with the honey ham, and what I do is kind of like just fold it I don't know, like this. And I lay it on there. I do about 2 pieces of this, sometimes 3, depending on how big of a sandwich I'm making. And then I'm gonna take the salami. With the salami, I usually take it and fold it, so that way I can kind of like rip it down the middle, which honestly folding it doesn't do much. But just so that way it fits on the sandwich a little bit better. And again, I usually do 2 of these. And then taking the pepperoni and doing the same thing, splitting it in half to kind of place on here. Place, like that. And then we're gonna grab a tomato and wash it and cut it up. Now, why does it open that way? But I try to cut these pieces of tomato thin, and then I also will cut them in half again, just so they fit on the sandwich better, because this baguette is very skinny. So I've gotta make sure it all fits. And then I've got some pre-shredded lettuce here that I'm just gonna throw on just a little bit. I don't like a lot of lettuce. And then with the provolone cheese, again, cutting it in half and placing it on there. Actually, I lied. Take the cheese off. We're gonna do the dressing and then the cheese. Just a little bit of dressing. I don't like to go crazy with it. And then we're gonna put the cheese on, and then we're gonna squish it carefully and then toss it in the convectional oven. I still don't know what it's called, and I don't know why my brain is blanking right now. Okay, got a little burnt toaster oven. That's what it's called. It's called a toaster oven. It got a little burnt in there, but it's okay. It's still gonna be delicious. And I'm just gonna cut it in half as best as I can without tearing it apart, which is honestly really hard, but yum! I freaking love these sandwiches. They're so good. Guys, I forgot mayo and mustard, but it's very important. I literally took a bite and I was like, something is missing. It's the mayo and mustard. Hello? Duh. I honestly don't like mustard that much, but like on this, it is so good. I just do a little bit of each. Now we can eat. Okay, it's now time for dinner, and we are going to be making a yummy, yummy taco salad. If you know anything about me, you know that tacos and taco salad are probably my favorite food of all time. And I don't know why, but I could eat them for days on end. However, every time dinner time comes around, I just don't want to do anything. I don't want to cook. That's why my mom usually cooks for me. So I'm like trying to work up the want to do some cooking right now, but we have to cook the meat first, and then we will chop everything else, like the lettuce and the tomatoes, and then so on and so forth. We'll get there. We're gonna use the same pan that we used for breakfast. I obviously cleaned it because that would be disgusting if I didn't, but we're gonna use the same pan, and we're just gonna pop the meat in to cook. It takes a little bit to cook. And if I'm being honest, I don't remember how to do the seasoning, but we're gonna figure it out. So we use ground sirloin, 90% lean and 10% fat. I'm just gonna cut this. This knife sucks. We're literally gonna cook all of this meat. While we cook, we're gonna crack open a cream soda. Oh, my fave. I love cream soda. I don't know what it is. Fun fact about me is I used to despise cooking meat. I absolutely hated it. I thought it was the most disgusting thing in the entire world. Also just like eating meat in general, I only did because I knew I had to. I just could not stand it. Like, burgers aren't my favorite food in the world, but I literally used to make sure my dad cooked the meat all the way through. Like, I wanted no pink in my burger just because it scared me so bad. But now I'm like, it's fine. I know it's fine. And I eat meat all the time. I'm still not like the biggest fan of meat, but I don't despise eating it, if that makes sense. But I could never, ever, ever be vegetarian or vegan in my entire life. Well, I guess never say never, because I never thought I'd be gluten intolerant either. I want y'all to leave in the comments how you found out that you were gluten intolerant / celiac. If you are, you may not even be, you may just be watching this to watch this. But if you are, leave in the comments how you found out. For me, I just noticed that like I felt sick after I ate literally anything, especially like donuts, waffles, sandwiches, obviously anything with wheat or gluten. I just felt sick and I was like, something's not right here. Something's not adding up. Then I didn't even like get tested or anything for it. I just kind of knew, because even in high school, I think it got worse as I got older, because in high school, like I didn't really have that problem. It was only with specific things. Like sometimes like chicken sandwiches would hurt my stomach. So even for a while I thought that I was allergic to chicken, which would just not be good because I eat chicken all the time. But yeah, so I thought it was chicken for a while, and then I realized, oh, when I eat donuts, or when I would get donuts every Friday, junior year of high school, my stomach would, or I would just feel nauseous. Not even my stomach like doesn't hurt. It doesn't make my stomach hurt. I just get nauseous. So I was like, all right, I must be allergic to gluten. And I just went gluten-free. I probably should get tested, but I've seen like back and forth things on like people are like, oh, get tested for gluten intolerance, but then some people are like, you can't really test for it. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure you have to eat gluten before you go get tested because they like test your blood or something like that. I don't even know. I don't know how it works. But it works somehow. Half a cup of water. Great. What is going on? Okay, I have it all in 0.5, so the quality might have gone down, but I just want you all to be able to see everything, you know what I mean? Anyways, we're gonna pop open these beans and put them in a bowl. I'm not even sure if my mom heats these up when we eat them. Like to be honest, I have absolutely no idea. I'm gonna pour these in. Ooh, perfect. Okay. Oh, it's everywhere. So usually when my mom makes this, she chops the lettuce herself, but we just got this. So that way it was easier for me. And then I'm just gonna chop up this tomato into some small portions. I'm also letting this meat simmer because it has to get rid of all of that water that was on it. We're literally just gonna chop this into like tiny cubes. I don't even know how my mom does this, to be honest with you. I don't know how anyone does this. Chopping anything is so hard for me, and I don't know why. I just get so like unoriented. It's not even the right word, but we are chopping over here like no one's business. And I'll just cut the bigger ones as I need. Our meat is done over here, so that's great. You can turn that off. Okay. Lettuce, tomato, beans. Also, I'm not like the healthiest person in the world. I just kind of eat what I want besides gluten. So I'm not promising you that this is the most healthiest what I eat in a day, but it'll do. Okay, let's bring the meat over here. Perfect. Yum. Okay. To be honest, I'm not the hungriest of people you may have ever met at the moment just because I had such a late lunch, but we're still gonna eat, obvi. We're gonna do some lettuce. Again, not the biggest lettuce fan. And then we're gonna put in some tomato. I'm gonna try to make this cute as much as I can. I really don't know how that's gonna work. And then let's do some meat right here in the corner. I'm not gonna be able to stir this. It's fine. And then I'm gonna take my spoon with the holes in it so that way I don't get all the juice from the beans. And then some Fritos. This is where it can get a little unhealthy, but it's fine. And then my favorite salad dressing ever, Catalina. And I know that this is definitely not the healthiest dressing you could ever have. How many calories? 90 calories. It's kind of a lot. It's fine. Well, I wanted this to be better, but we're running out, so it's gonna be a mess. Oh my gosh, it's going literally, what is happening right now? We got the last of it. I am literally the biggest mess in the entire world. That doesn't mean my dinner won't be yummy. Okay, how am I gonna get a good picture of this when you literally can't even see anything that's going on here? Oh my God, it looks terrible. It's fine. But here is our taco salad. Yay! I don't even know if that's in the frame. Anytime I cook for myself, which is very rare because again, I have not moved out yet. But anytime I cook for myself, I always feel like I need to clean up before I eat because after I eat, I just feel like I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit there and be full, I guess. So we're gonna clean up, which I know might be annoying to some people, but I don't want to clean up after I eat. The only bad thing about eating outside is the flies are so bad this year and I don't know why. There's like 2 of them on my phone right now. It's so terrible. I really don't know how much of this I'm gonna eat because I'm not super hungry, but it's okay. It's gonna be delicious anyway. Delicious. Oh my God, there's so many flies. Okay, it's much later and I want a snack and I'm deciding between edamame or ice cream. Very different choices, but I think I'm gonna go with edamame. I want something salty because I like to put salt on my edamame, and I just buy them frozen at the store, put them in a bowl, and put them in the microwave and steam them for 3 minutes. Then once they're out of the microwave, I just take some salt and put some on there. I already did more than that, so I don't want a whole bunch, but I'm more of a salty snack person rather than like a sweet snack person. So this is perfect, and it's kind of healthy besides all the salt. It's semi-healthy. Anyways, I'm going to start the new season of Love Island. I'm very behind, and obviously eat my little snack, and then I'm gonna go to bed. So this is probably the last snack of the night. I'm hoping. I've really been trying not to snack a lot at night. This better be the last snack. Hopefully this video turned out okay. I've never like filmed something like this before, so hopefully it's okay. And if you did enjoy it, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'm gonna love ya and leave ya. Bye.